Dealing in my cipher, I revolve around scientists.
You fucking like won the fucking NBA playoffs and shit. And then like imagine next week, all over the news and all over everywhere, and they're even putting out books about it. Imagine they say, yo, it was so and so, it was George. George won the playoffs. And you're looking like, yo, bro, last week that was me. What the fuck, bro? That's fucked up, right?
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up, will I?
To rewrite.
Yeah, like if that actually happened to you, like right now, like last week, you won the NBA playoffs, and then a week passed, and then someone's like, yo, no, not even someone, everybody, even in schools are teaching that some next guy named George won the playoffs next week. And you go on, and you start to look online, and you're trying to look up the history of last week's playoffs, and they're saying it's not you. And you're like, yo, when I didn't win the playoffs.
That's like some...
How would that make you feel? Fucked up, right?
Super fucked up.
So imagine now, like, the black man and woman and shit, you know? And it's like, our great history and shit, you know? We started in math, the language, the civilization and all that. And then imagine being imagine we did that, right? Because the analogy of last week is now, imagine like over thousands of years now. We did all this shit, but then you go to the textbooks now, you're in school, and it's like every single subject, whatever, you see like the first chapter, the ancient Greeks, the fucking this science, like philosophy or whatever. Well, the Greek father of philosophy, Socrates and all this shit, Thales and all this shit, and you're like, yo, that was me, I did that, what the fuck, bro? Why am I not at the beginning of the book? You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's important we document our history and share this shit, because that's something I came to a realization in high school. Because yo, if you ever take yourself back to when you're in high school, every single subject, that was like the first beginning chapter. That's what I noticed. As I'm starting to do the knowledge myself and I get different books and shit about different stuff, it'll be like the first chapter is all, if there was going to be a mention of the black man or whatever or anything, it would be like, there would be a chapter called prehistory. And it's like, in prehistory, there was people who were doing a 1-2 or whatever. But anyways, chapter 1, the ancient Greeks would do this, and it's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Yo, literally, take this in. One day, I was in history class, right? And, oh no, not even me. Book it. A man that I was building with at the time, right? You have a lighter? I might have a lighter in my pocket. Okay, I got a lighter. But yo, take it in. One day, cause I'm dropping, even when I started getting knowledge in high school, I'll be building with niggas that's around me and shit or whatever, boom, 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 right? So, one day, a brethren of mine, I'm telling him about that we are the fathers and mothers of civilization. I'm building on that science with him, you know what I mean? Over a span of time now, cause I'm dealing with knowledge and time is passing or whatever, so he has these things in his head. So he's in history class, so he wants to ask the teacher now, question the teacher and be like, yo, so, who was the father of this? You know, just to see what the teacher would say, because we build it and I'm telling him this. So he was like, yo, I asked the teacher. And guess what the teacher said? He came back to me after he asked the teacher. His history teacher that's qualified to teach. And he's probably, if he's been at that high school for years, that means there's been a couple generations of kids that are going through his class. Guess what that man who's a certified history teacher said to my brethren? We impressionable kids in school.
What?
He's like, where did the ancient Greeks get these ideas from? Guess what the history teacher said? He's like, oh, they just came up with it out of nowhere. Like, they just thought of it. And it's like, when you actually study history, you learn that these people had to go to ancient Kemet, Egypt and shit, you know what I'm saying? And go study, like, we're the ones that gave it to them. And a man that's in the class teaching the babies is like, yo, they just thought of it themselves. That's the exact same analogy of what I was telling you with the, you won the playoffs and someone tell you ain't won it?
Mm-hmm.
It's the exact same thing. Literally, it's the exact same thing. You know how disrespectful that is? It's actually fucked up, you know, when you think about it. And that's the reality that is we living in right now. How does that make you feel? Like remember, we having a conversation, camera and shit, you know. Not to say fuck the camera, people watching and everything, you know. But it's like I'm actually trying to have a conversation. So it's like, how would that make you feel, honestly?
Sure, it makes, when you really think about it, you put yourself in that position, you know. You can't relate to it personally on this generation, but when you think about your ancestors, it's really messed up.
But yo, you can't relate. That's what I'm telling you. You have to put yourself in, obviously not in similar ways, but like do the knowledge. What I'm saying is, right now in the schools and the textbooks, it's still like this. They still teach that the father of this was this Greek guy and this was that Greek guy. They still teach this shit in school. So every year, there's thousands and thousands of kids that are taught that. And the right and exact history, when you actually go and study history, there's so many. It's not just I'm black guy and I'm saying this. There's many white historians themselves, even the ancient white historians, like Herodotus. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but he spells his name like Herodotus, Herodotus or whatever, some shit, whatever. But you know what I mean? He has been quoted saying like, "Yo, the ancient peoples of these lands are you know what I mean? Black people, burnt-faced people, you know what I mean? That's what Ethiopian burnt-faced people, that's what that means. So he quoted as saying, yo, the burnt-faced people were the first people in like Arabia, this, that, and he's like telling you that we, the original people of all these places. And there's quotes from, I can't remember the name of the dude, but check it out. He's basically saying like it's crazy that this race of black men that are now the scorn of our civilization are the same ones that gave us language, writing, and mathematics and all that. There's a quote from a historian saying that, and he's not even black. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not like this is shit going on with the ancestors or whatever. Like this is the reality we're living in right now. They're doing this to you right now. They're doing this to the babes right now. You know? I don't know, man. To me, that just. And it's reality, and the reality is what it is, you know. But at the same time, to me, that's crazy, yo.
And not a lot of people are aware of that concept.
That's the importance of us documenting our history, because on the daily, and like telling our history, you know, and telling our side of the story as far as original people and all that. Because on the daily, our contributions to what we know as society and world civilization as a whole are just. We don't get no props, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get our props. And it's important because it's like, when I started to find out these things about who I am and what I've done as far as, because everything that was is how you are here today. So everything my ancestors did, that's how I'm here today. So that means I have a direct connection to all of that. And when I look at everything that they've been through for me to even be here and all the things I have, and I'm like, yo, these things can give you a sense of pride, understanding who you are and your place in the world. So if you grow up and like that's withheld from you, it's like limiting your power and shit. So when I started to